Hey world, how's it going? All right, so I just want to come and share with the ladies and the fellas, but mainly for the ladies. This is for women, okay? If you're an adult, 18 and older, whatever, go to God, pray about it, let Him lead you or whatever. But anyway, this video I'm led to share because me myself as well, I've had some experiences and encounters because of my parents not having the correct nutrition, and them not eating healthy. You know, even especially if you're a female, it's so important that when you're carrying a child that you take care of your health, that you mind and be wise, use godly wisdom with what you eat, because we as the seed, we inherit things without us even wanting to, like the good, the bad, the ugly, you name it. So if you are a female parent and you're pregnant or you have children, I encourage you, please go to God and let Him teach you how to have the appropriate diet for your child, because it does affect our health. It affects our hormones. It affects our insulin. It affects almost 100% of our health and our hygiene. Okay. And especially if you're someone that's a firstborn child, you get everything. I'm a firstborn girl. So this video, I was led to share with you all. It's for the ladies, and men is for you as well. If you're engaged, if you have aunties, sisters, female cousins, if any woman you know struggles with like hair thinning, balding, the hair is taking too long to grow because of the mom, when she carried the child, she had bad nutrition, bad dieting, artificial food, fried food, soul food, all this unhealthy food. Ladies, it affects us majorly. I'm a living witness because my mom did not eat healthy at all. And then when you're a child, if you grew up in a household where you ate nothing but processed food, ramen noodles, a lot of salt and sugar, fried food, soul food, just unhealthy food, when you become into adulthood, you start noticing hair growing in parts and places like you're a man. You start noticing your hormones are off balance, your insulin is off balance, your glucose is so many things that becomes off balance that it starts manifesting in your adulthood, because in your childhood, the female parent or whoever you grew up with, they did not feed you the correct diet. That's so important, because females, in case you didn't know, 80% of what we get is going to come from you in the womb. So it's so important that you eat healthy, organic, plant-based, vegan, whatever the Lord is telling you to do. But please, for the love of God, females, especially the ladies, please start making sure you have the appropriate, correct nutrition for your babies. Because when we go into adulthood, stuff is going to start coming out of our bodies and affecting us majorly. It even affects our productivity. It even affects those of us who desire to have like long hair. If some of you ladies are wondering what's the issue with your hair, what's taking it so long to grow, you know it should have been waist length or shoulder length, whatever length you desire, ask the Lord to show you. More than likely, it's because the female parent, when she carried you, her dieting was wrong. And then if you grew up in a household with a parent or a guardian who fed you nothing but artificial food, superficial food, processed food, soul food, fried food, it's going to affect you in your hormones. Some of you ladies, you may notice that you grow coarse jet black hair in places where men grow it, meaning your butt cheeks, butt crack, around your breast area, around the, breast area, on your chest, on your jawline, on your chin, underneath your chin, underneath the neck, on your stomach area. So it's high maintenance for you to keep that up. And you may have to get something like either laser treatment, or if you're trying to knock it out at the root, electrolysis, which numbs it at the root. Another root too I want to share with you that I've learned from God is you're also going to have to seek God on spiritually, the spiritual realm of it. Where did this come from spiritually? Because more than likely for women who are demonically suffering from what they call a disorder, like hormonal imbalance, PCOS, endometriosis, hirsutism, dysmenorrhea, painful, severe cramps, menstrual cycles, to the point where you can't be productive, can't go to work, can't go to school, can't do ministry, yada, yada, yada. This is demonic. It's not normal. It's not natural. It's actually satanic. And it's an attack against your womb. It's an attack to keep you from birthing for a family. to have a family. It's an attack to get you to give up your womb. See, that's the strategy of Satan is for us as women. If you desire children, he wants you to give up the root to have children, which is your womb, and everything that's in your womb is going to get also snatched up out of there. So instead of listening to man, the doctors, which most of them Satan is using because of their field that they're in, telling you to go ahead and give up your womb because you have too many cysts, tumors, fibroids, whatever. Please, for the love of God, go see God first and let him show you the root to this, because it's a bloodline thing, really. It's actually demonic. If you are a woman and you struggle with tumors, fibroids, cysts, abnormal menstrual cycles, severe cramping where you can't be productive, you have hormonal imbalance where you grow hair, jet black, coarse hair in places where men grow hair. This is deeper than the natural. It actually starts off in the spiritual realm. It's a sign. The natural is communicating to you what's manifesting in your body parts is the mediator saying something is deeply rooted in your bloodline that's still demonically attacking you. I'm laying this foundation on purpose so you will go and seek God yourself and say, who in my bloodline either suffered with this same demonic attack. You can look at the women in the bloodline and see if anybody else suffered with that, with miscarriages because of hormonal imbalance, stillbirths because of hormonal imbalance, had problems with fertility because of hormonal imbalance, grew places on their body, grew coarse hair like men. See if there's any other women in your bloodline like that, because sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. But the majority of the times it is. A lot of women suffer from hormonal imbalance, PCOS, hirsutism, endometriosis, and these things affect your insulin, your glucose. They also say it can cause diabetes, yada, yada, yada. It's a demonic attack against the womb of a woman on purpose. It's strategic of Satan. And a lot of times it comes from bloodline curses, demonic bloodline altars that's still crying out against you and your womb as well. So if you don't believe me, ask God. I'm laying this foundation so you can know the root of this video. It's important that you ask God to show you, where did this attack come from? Because it's not normal. It's not human. We are women. It's not normal for us to grow hair where men grow hair at. Butt cheeks, butt crack, booty, stomach, around our breast areas, our chest, all on the jawline, chin, underneath. That's not normal. The world in the medical field, they say it's a disorder. Well, I call it a demonic disorder, because we are women. We were meant to be feminine. We're not men. We're not transgender. God knows what he created when he created us. So if something is malfunctioning in your hormones, your glucose, your insulin, ladies, whatever, you should not be having to take 1,000 pills just to balance all that stuff on the inside of you. If you're struggling and battling with tumors, cysts, and fibroids, I guarantee you it's coming from the bloodline. Something that your ancestors, forefathers, family members, whoever did it, they probably didn't repent. They didn't break the curse or the demonic contracts and covenants, or it's still some demonic altars crying out against you as well in the generation of your family bloodline. You don't have to believe me. Ask God. I'm a testimony, so I can tell you it's real, okay? And it's a journey. So with that being said, I had to lay that foundation first so you can know why I'm being led to share this. This is a heavy area for me in ministry. Even if I wasn't in ministry, I still would get the word out to the women and the fellas. So this is for women. And also, fellas, if you know of any women who struggle with hair thinning, balding, abnormal menstrual cycles, severe cramping, tumors, cysts, fibroids, discharges, odors from their vaginas, issues, bacteria, cysts with their vaginas, if they struggle with their hair not growing properly, taking too long to grow, because the truth be told, it does not take hair long to grow. No matter what culture you are in, it doesn't take the hair long to grow. If your hair is taking forever to grow, ladies, seek God about that, because this is our crown and glory. This is our crown and glory, okay? So I'll share with you my testimony. The reason why I'm sharing this is because I used to wonder too. I've always had a head full of hair. I've never had an issue with long hair, but I actually desire waist length hair. So I kept wondering, and I noticed like some time ago, like at one point my hair looked like it was starting to thin out, and my mom hair was like that. And so I was like, Lord, what is that? So I began to do my research and I sought God first. Notice I went to God first because he's perfect. He created me. He sent me through this particular bloodline. See, that's another thing. When we get sent through bloodlines, we don't get to choose what we're going to also spiritually inherit. So one of the things I've noticed was my cycle wasn't normal at one time for years, since I was 16 in the past. Thank God for deliverance and healing with that. And then I was noticing stuff with my hair, and I'm like, something is not right. Just different little things I was noticing, And so I went to God, and he exposed it to me about hormonal imbalance, PCOS. Even when I would go get my checkups, they said PCOS, stuff like that. And I was like, okay, let me look into this. So of course, when the world system, if the doctors and nurses are not anchored in God, they're going to be able to speak demonically, because having eyes, they can't spiritually see. Having ears, they can't hear from God. So you have to pray for those on those fields in the medical field, because if they're not anchored in God, they can deceive so many women to give up their womb, or to think, I can't have babies because I have too many cysts and fibroids and tumors. The devil is a liar. God said with him, all things are possible. So this video is to encourage you ladies that hopefully you will receive what God is saying, that you can have babies if you want to. You don't have to believe that cysts, tumors, and fibroids are going to destroy your womb. You don't have to give up your womb. You don't have to do that. First, go listen to what God has to say. Let him expose to you why your life is this way. Why are your hormones imbalanced like this? Why is your womb like that? Where's this coming from spiritually? Who did what? He's going to tell you. He will tell you just like he showed me. Okay. So if you have any more questions or comments for me, ladies, you can message me privately. If you don't feel comfortable with publicly putting out your personal business here on this live video, that's fine with me. But if God should lead you, or you feel convicted or led to come to me privately, you are more than welcome, and we can go more in depth with this, okay? I've been studying this and digging into this for years, because I love to get to the roots of things. I don't deal with surface. I deal to the roots. And the root to this is actually bloodline stuff. This ain't even our fault. God sent us through these bloodlines with all these demonic things in them, and we pick up bits and pieces. And then in adulthood, our bodies and everything it's crazy. So I got 2 products I just invested in. I am so excited. I've already started taking them. But anyway, this lady, she's a woman of God, y'all. Her name is Chelsea. 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 She's an African-American lady. She's a woman of God in ministry. God led me to her page or her channel on YouTube. You're going to see, if you go on my page, I'm going to upload her video where she breaks down the do's and don'ts for women who struggle in this area. As you're going through your process of healing and deliverance, she tells you what you need to stop eating and why, and what you need to eat and why, as you're going through your process of healing and letting God deliver you from this demonic torment and harassment that actually comes from the bloodline we come through. Okay, so the Lord led me to her page on YouTube. I was like, I prayed about it, and I said, Lord, show me what products or what do I need to do, because it's a 2-step here. Some things only come out through prayer and fasting. I've been doing that. Some demonic spirits are not going to stop messing with you or tormenting you and harassing you until you start prayer and fasting. That's the spiritual realm. Then secondly, you have to exercise, lady. Find the exercises that's correct for you. And secondly, you also have to change your diet. You have to change your diet. That's so key. That's so key with this, because it's an inside thing. It's what's going on the inside that has to be dealt with. Because again, most of us with female parents, they did not feed us the correct foods when they was carrying us in the womb. And then when we lived in their household, they fed us unhealthy, superficial, artificial, soul food, fried food, you name it, pigs, you name it. And that's not good, because that's 18 years of unhealthy stuff going in your system that's actually causing cysts, tumors, and fibroids, cancer, diabetes, hormonal imbalance, everything, that by the time you become a teenage girl, you wondering, where's this coarse jet black hair coming from on my body like I'm a man? You wonder, why is your menstrual cycle so severe? You can't be productive, can't go to work, can't go to school, can't stand up, throwing up, nauseated, severe cramps when your menstrual cycle come on, and you just want to die. So the Lord sent me, okay, because this is one of my heavy areas, to help you if you're willing to listen. You can message me privately as well. Again, on my page tonight, I'm going to put up this lady's video. This woman of God breaks down her herbs, her holistic living, what she does, and how she makes her products. She personally makes her own products. Everything is plant-based. I mean, it's awesome. God led me to her page, so I wouldn't tell you if it wasn't the truth and it wasn't what you needed. I'm first partake of this. I'm guinea pigging myself. So the first thing I tried, she has so many things. She has things for your vagina health. Yes, I said vagina health, okay? She has things for your vagina. If you're a woman that struggle with discharge, odor, musty smells down there, because remember, if your hormones are off balance, so are things down there off balance. So this woman of God helps you in those areas for the ladies. And fellas, if you know women who struggle with this, so be it. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to get from her was, it's this product called the Healthy Vagina Tea. The Healthy Vagina Tea. Again, this woman of God, her name is Chelsea. I'm going to put up her video from YouTube on my page. Her YouTube channel is called Wet Chelsea Eats. She shows you what she eats. She shows you how she makes her products. She's big on herbs, natural herbs, and holistic eating. Okay, so this one here, I was led to try it first, called the Healthy Vagina Tea. And I'm not ashamed to tell you, because, hey, I didn't choose the bloodline I came through. God sent me through there. I'm just seeking him on how to defeat things that my family members did not defeat. So now, because I have encountered certain things that they didn't deal with, I'm listening to God on what to get for that works for my body. Okay, this tea here, it says, is for bacterial vaginosis, yeast, parasites, odors, and discharge. Okay, she tells you on this bag how to take the product every day. Okay, she tells you what to do. So all you simply do, you bring your also, she lets you know what kind of water and water bottles. If you purchasing water, ladies, she tells you the specific type of name brands of waters to take. It's required. If you struggle with hormonal imbalance, yeast, discharges, odors, you name it, because of bad dieting and nutrition, starting from how your mom diet was when she carried you, I recommend this to you for your vagina health. Okay, she tells you how to take it. She tells you how to get the best results. Okay, her ingredients is composed of wormwood, corn silk, a proprietary blend of herbs to help clear the reproductive system of bacterial vaginosis, yeast, parasites, and unpleasant odors and discharge. It's nothing to be embarrassed about, ladies. The only one we need to be embarrassing is Satan, okay, for what he been attacking us with because of the bloodline we come through. Okay, it's not our fault what we inherit spiritually when we come through a certain bloodline that God chooses to send us through. But it becomes our fault in adulthood if we don't go see God on what to do spiritually and naturally, what's in our control and what's in God's control. Okay, so this is the first product. As you can see, I haven't started on this one yet. This one is my next one I'm going to try, okay? This is for vagina health. All right, ladies? Look, you see I'm bold about it. It's nothing to be ashamed of, okay? It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a body. It's a temple. You only get one body and temple. And look, especially if you married, get this, because you don't want to be embarrassed in sexual intimacy, okay? But anyway, whom the Son sets free is free indeed. Get it. Her name is Wet Chelsea Eats on YouTube. That's my first product I'm going to try. Now, here's the one I've already started trying. If you know me, you know I love longer hair. I love long hair, okay? So, as I said before, I remember growing up, my mom used to have a hard time growing out her hair much longer than what she wanted. Her hair started thinning as her age got higher. And I never knew nothing about it because I was just a teenage girl. But then I had noticed some time back, a little bit of my hair started thinning at the scalp. And I was like, wait a minute, what is that about? And see, that's what PCOS does. It thins the hair. Not a lot, but you'll notice it. Like, you're going to notice it because it's your hair and you see it every day. You can tell the difference if you're attentive to details. So I went to God about it because I love my crown and glory. If you like me, this is your crown and glory. It affects your everything, your emotions, your confidence, your self-esteem. So I went to God and said, show me what to get. He led me to her page. This woman of God who's in ministry, her name is Chelsea. Her YouTube page is Wet Chelsea Eats. Okay, this is the second product I got for her. It's called Grow My Hair. That's the second product. Okay, it's formulated for hair loss, shedding, balding, thinning, and alopecia. She puts on here instructions on how to take it. Okay, she tells you what to do, very thorough. She tells you how to take it for best results because you have to take it every day. All right, she tells you what kind of water to take it in. You have to follow the advice and her instructions all the way through. Okay, the ingredients is proprietary, excuse my language, Blend of rosemary, horsetail, lavender, nettles, orange peel, oat straw, peppermint, red raspberry leaf, and love. Okay? It's called Grow My Hair. Okay? All right. So these are the first two products I'm getting because you never overwhelm yourself with stuff. And I take those throughout the day. Like I take both. You have to take them. For me, you can take it 3 times a day. One of them you can take the Grow My Hair. You're supposed to take 3 times a day. The Healthy Vagina Tea, 2 times a day. So see, that's a lot of tea throughout the day. So don't overwhelm yourself. She has stuff on there for your, she has a website too. I'm going to upload the website on my page. I'm pushing this Woman of God's ministry because I can tell she has a women's ministry. Her ministry aims at delivering the women and healing us from hormonal imbalance, your immune system support, dealing with cyst tumors and fibroids. So, and there's more. Vagina health. There's more. Hair. The hair, your crown and glory. So when I went on her channel on YouTube, you can tell if you have the gift of discernment and you go on this Woman of God's YouTube channel and on her website, you can feel God's presence and you're going to tell she has an anointing. That is her area for women. So that if you desire to have children, you want to experience sexual intimacy without any discharges, yeast or odors or bacteria, stuff like that. This is her area in ministry. This is one of her areas. God led me to her page. I'm getting it out there to you ladies and fellas. If you have a wife, a fiance, or you got sisters, aunties, grandmas, whoever you know that struggle in these areas, get this video out to them. Let them see it. They can go on my page. I'll upload this Woman of God's YouTube channel, the exact video, which is about 44 minutes long, where she shows you all her products and what she does and how she makes it. And she tells you why you need it on the inside of your body. This is to break whatever demonic diet you used to have through your bloodline from your parents eating, what they fed you in their diets that started manifesting in your teenager years, caused you to have abnormal menstrual cycles, heavy bleeding, abnormal cycles where you bled to up to 2 weeks, couldn't do nothing productive, couldn't go to school, couldn't go to work, stuff like that. If you're married, it interferes with your sexual life. If you have, like I said earlier, if your vagina is unhealthy, meaning bacterial vaginosis, discharges, strange odors, this Woman of God, that's her area. She's anointed for this stuff. And God led me to her page and he gave me permission. Of course, you get the word out because that's what love does. I thank God for leading me to her page. Her name is Chelsea. Her YouTube channel is What Chelsea Eats. I'm going to upload her website on my page and her YouTube channel, okay? Because I want you ladies too to be healed and set free. If you want a family, I want you to experience that in God's will. If you want to have children with no issues with the tumor, cysts, and fibroids. If you want balanced glucose, no diabetes, no cancer, no issues with stronger immune support, healthy vagina. Look, I want you to experience that. If you want to have waist length hair, shoulder length hair, hair down here past your bosom, I want you to experience that. So I'm purposely getting this out to my ladies. If you have daughters, whoever struggles with these things, if God is leading you to, don't be selfish, be selfless. Get it out to them. Get this video out to them. Have them go on my page. Tonight, I'm going to upload this Woman of God's videos that's on YouTube. You all are welcome to go over there. I'm going to invest in this. I'll be giving you all updates on how the products is affecting my hair, her herbs, and her holistic way of eating. And also how my how my body parts are doing as well. Okay, I'm not ashamed about it. It's time to just, you have to put the devil to shame and let him know. Get the word out there. Love just is, okay? And ladies, we got to conquer this together, okay? Gotcha. I will inbox you, Lisa Love. I will do that right away because it's important to me, ladies, that you experience what God created for your good. It's not our fault of the bloodlines that God sends us through. We're not at fault for that. That's out of our control. But now when we come into adulthood, ladies, we are responsible with free will, with our God-given free will to choose to ask God. When we start noticing stuff is off with our body parts, from our hair follicle to our breasts, to hair growing in places like we men, okay, to our vagina health being off, we need to hurry up and get to God. Excuse me, where's this coming from? I don't care if you're a teenager. What is going on, God? Because I did not have this when I was 16. And you notice it's coming out when you're 18 or your early 20s. That's a time release curse. That's something demonic from the bloodline that you didn't have nothing to do with, but because your kinfolks in them, your ancestors, forefathers, great-grandparents, even your mom and dad didn't deal with it, they didn't break it, you was born into it and you spiritually inherited it, and it naturally manifested in a time release in your life. That's, I guarantee you, where it's coming from, the root of it. The surface is you seeing the manifestation naturally on your jawline, where you have coarse hair like a man underneath your neck, on your chin, on your chest, around your breast, stomach, booty cheeks, butt crack. You know, your legs are hairy. We're women. We're feminine. We're not transgender. Not trying to tear down nobody, but I'm being honest. When God created us, he knew exactly what he created. There's no confusion with God. He created us to be women and feminine. Okay? There's nothing wrong with having a strong personality as a woman, but we're not masculine. We shouldn't be feeling like we're dudes, having a full beard and stuff like that. That's an issue with your hormones. Too much testosterone, not enough estrogen. Okay? So we got to get this stuff balanced, because according to the natural doctors, they say it's a disorder and that it causes infertility and it'll be hard to have kids. And also, the devil is a liar. With God, all things are possible. And that's why he want me to get this video out to you ladies and you fellas. If you know women who struggle in this area, who Satan is tormenting and harassing, if you love them, if you are loved, get this out to them. All things are possible with God. They can have children. If they still got their womb and they haven't let Satan deceive them to give up their womb and everything included in that womb, you can still have children. Okay? You ain't got to spend all your money on the physicians like the woman with the issue of blood and grow worse. Go to God, save your money, okay? And get that money ready to invest in your children that's coming forth. Let God help you even through this video. Go on my page later when you get a chance. I'm going to upload her videos. Chelsea, the woman of God that's in ministry, who's an older lady. She takes these products. You can see it all over her. Gotta glow, everything. The glory of God, all that. Even on her website. I'm going to put her website up on my page. Check it out. If you don't, that's on you. God is answering your prayers. He's answering what you're asking for. Here's one of your answers to your situation, ladies. So, and here's your answer, fellas, to the issues with your wife. Okay? Because again, it's not God's will that we have an unhealthy vagina, that we give up our womb, nor we want kids, nor we want a family, nor we want to experience sexual intimacy without any discharges, yeast, or bad bacteria. Okay? Because your vagina came with good bacteria, but sometimes, depending on what's going on with your hormones and different little stuff or bloodline stuff, bad bacteria can come in and cause all kind of issues with discharges and odors. That's embarrassing. Okay? That causes condemnation, embarrassment, guilt, and shame. So my name is Gabrielle. Like I told you before, I done purchased 2 of her products already. Grow My Hair is one of them. She tells you on here how to take it, what kind of water to take. She even has a website. Invest in the products. Look, if you don't have the finances for it, that's okay. God is a God of favor. Esther was favored by God. She had nothing to bring to the table with the king that God presented her to. Okay? Joseph was favored by God. Noah was favored by God. Jesus Christ, God's only begotten son, was favored by God. That's Bible. That's in the word of God. These folks were favored by God. Why wouldn't God favor you? You have faith in him. You hoping in him. You giving your last little bit what you got left in him. Why wouldn't he favor you? The second thing I got, and I'm bold about it, it says the healthy vagina tea. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes a vagina can be unhealthy. It's a temple. Things happen. All right. Now, there's a such thing as things are a part of life. Well, guess what? When something is a part of your life that you know doesn't operate in God, and he dwells in you, and it doesn't operate in his kingdom, it has to go. A healthy vagina that's not an issue in God. Okay? Anything off balance in your body, it doesn't even dwell in God. It has to go. God said he's a God of just waste and balance. This stuff has to go. The world calls it a disorder, and they're trying to make you deceived and make you believe you can't have children, or you're going to keep having miscarriages, things like that. Or you may have to give up your womb because you got too many cysts, tumors, and fibroids. God already rebuked that lie when he said with him, capital G-O-D, all things are possible. All things are possible. You got to choose who you're going to believe. Either the doctors or God. Did the doctors create God, or did God create the doctor? You got to choose. Okay. So again, my name is Gabrielle. I didn't want to be on here long. I want to get this out to my ladies and fellas. If you know women who struggle like this and it hurts your heart to see them going through this, let them hear it and see it. They can message me privately. If you're not comfortable with coming on here publicly, that's fine with me. My thing is, let's get it. Let's steward these bodies that we got, these vaginas, okay, and our hormones and our womb according to the Bible, okay, with natural herbs and holistic way, and change our diet and exercise. And let's get our faith weight up as well, ladies, because look, I'm going to have children. All right. I'm going to have waist length hair. Okay. I don't care. All right. So my faith is in God. Okay. Not in what I had spiritually inherited through the bloodline, because my family members and them didn't break the curses or to deal with the altars. I'm breaking it. I'm dealing with it. Okay. And I'm going to be, and I am living testimonies of what God's word says biblically. And I pray and hope that you would choose to be too, because you deserve to experience a healthy vagina, balanced hormones, balanced glucose, balanced insulin, okay, balanced blood, clean blood, a healed womb, delivered womb with no demons of cysts, tumors, and fibroids, and they're demonically squatting in your womb in the way of your seed, so your seed can't get in there because they in there. No, you deserve to experience everything that God said in his word for you, including childbirth, with no birth defects, no miscarriages, no stillbirths. Let's get it, ladies. All right, that's it. If you have questions for me, feel free to message me anytime. Any comments, feel free, all right? Nothing but love here. I'm so excited. I'm going to keep you all updated, because this hair, next time you see me, is going to be down there, okay? This hair, all right? So I'm following this woman of God instructions. Go on my page. I upload 2 videos about Chelsea. Her website is called What Chelsea Eats. Her YouTube channel, What Chelsea Eats. Invest in this. If you don't have the finances, that's okay. God got it. Trust in God. He said, lean not to your own understanding and cast your cares and burdens on him. He knows what's going on with our bodies, ladies. He knows. So if he take care of the birds of the air and the fowlers, how much more will he take care of us? It breaks God's heart. God don't want to see us suffering from cysts, tumors, and fibroids, and having miscarriages and battling with infertility, or our crown and glory suffering and hair thinning and alopecia. He don't want us to go through that. He wants us to have a healthy body. He wants us to experience sexual intimacy without discharges and odors. He wants us to experience our menstrual cycle, a normal one, a short normal one. Okay? So he only means us good. He wants good for us. So it's in our control to have faith in God, apply ourselves according to what's in our control. Whatever's not in our control, God will deal with that. He'll take care of that. But I encourage you, if you don't have the finances, that's okay. There's been times I didn't have money. Guess what? I didn't ask God for money. I demanded favor like he did with Esther. And that same day, God favored me. Kid you not, I went first to him. I said, I demand favor like you favored Esther. Favor me like you favored Mordecai. Favor me. And I made sure I had some faith on it. Okay? So I love you all. I'm excited as we get ready to cross over, if we're allowed to. That's what I encourage you to let be your Christmas present to you or any woman, teenage girl you know that suffers with this stuff. Have them look at the YouTube channel, What Chelsea Eats, and go on her website, okay? Because her website is also on her YouTube channel, people. I love you all. Thank you for coming here. I thank God for those of you all that he led here. Get the word out to the ladies. It's time to let God be God and have some testimonies about what he's going to do in our bodies as women, in our crown and glory, concerning our hormones, concerning our womb. The world needs to see us on breaking news of women of God in ministry, back to back to back, being healed. Women, period, in general. It needs to be making breaking news of us taking God on his word, doing what we can in our control, letting God do what's in his control, and begin to let the enemy know demonic disorders cannot dwell in this house. And begin to apply ourselves according to the word of God, seeking God first to see the root, where this stuff comes from, and let's deal with it aggressively, violently, and take our healing and deliverance, our womb, our seed, okay, our hormones, our blood, our crown by force. In Jesus' name, I love you all. Talk to you soon. Until next time.